And I have a slight tear in the disc and a herniated or bulged disc, and I'm working on healing that. It's probably another reason why I haven't gone for a motorcycle ride. And I'm going to tell you that's the thing about. Hey, I got my indicator on here. That's the thing about the Superduke and the riding position. It's kind of aggressive, but it's not ultra aggressive, and it's easy on the back. So, actually, yeah, this is a unusual injury because, I sit in a car for 20 minutes, my back starts to kind of give me a little bit of a problem. But on the motorcycle, it doesn't, and I don't know why. I guess maybe my legs are a little straighter. But anyway, yeah. So, can you own 2 motorcycles? I mean, if you can afford it. Why not? And how do you divide up the time? And do you get 2 bikes the same, or do you get like a dirt bike or an enduro, or do you get like a cruiser and a sport bike? But I'm a type of person that likes one type of bike, and that's kind of like a sport bike. Stand to sit up. Remember, take it easy here, because I don't have any kind of real protective gear on my lower half here. And again, back to the bikes, how do you break it up, I'm thinking about moving to a different state, and in that state, they got a couple of motorcycle clubs. Oh, man. Do I take the risk? You go around them? Anybody coming? Nope. Anyway, I'm thinking about moving, and in the state that I'm thinking about moving to, they have like a Ducati club, and one of the requirements is that you actually own a Ducati in order to be in the club. I mean, it makes sense, it's a Ducati club, but you'd think, oh, well, hey, I have a KTM. It's kind of a cool bike. Can that come in? I guess not. I'm trying to tuck away my strap here. So there's another club down there in the state I'm looking at, and it's like for serious motorcycle riders, whatever that means, or advanced riders or something along those. There we go, this is all cluster. Don't watch that intersection. Man, everybody on their phones. Distracted drivers, man, I tell you. Anyway, yeah, so advanced riders. I mean, really? And it's only got like 20 members, I think, or maybe fewer than that, so. But I feel like that's the only way I can really, join a club, because obviously where I live here, it's very agricultural, and there's really not a lot of riders. So, I mentioned that before in some of my other videos. But I don't want to be in a group where people think, I'm a this kind of rider, you're not as good as me, right? Oh, it looks like they did a little bit of road improvement here. So, and then you got to think, so do I get 2 bikes? I can belong to a Ducati club, and I don't know if it's worth it. But look, This is like, oh, it's stretched out. Why do people do that? It's a Yamaha. I don't know if you saw it. It was a Yamaha, like an R6, R1, and it's stretched out. You know, I guess I'm more of a purist when it comes down to sport bikes. I know people do it; they stretch them out, but you totally change the handling characteristics of it. You know. So, all right, what we got going on here? I'm always very suspicious of people like on the side of the road. You know, they paying attention and they're gonna dart out on you. And well, guess just taking a ride through a cornfield. Well, you know, and I got my indicator on again. Yeah, I gotta check that. All right, do my California stops. This bike, it's so hard just to not, you know, get on it. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, actually, I'm not going to wait for that traffic. I try not to put myself in sort of dangerous positions when I'm riding, like that, waiting for a line of traffic, making a left-hand turn. Especially on a road that is one lane, you know, and people travel at 50 to 60 miles an hour on this, and they always go around the turning traffic. But you're on a motorcycle, you know, it's a little bit more, you're a little bit more at risk, you know. It's all about safe riding, right? I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, another thing about motorcycle groups is riding in a group. Sometimes the group will go at a faster pace than what you're comfortable at, or maybe they'll do things that maybe they'll put you into situations that you don't know how to handle or control, or so. It's a real kind of, you know, I guess don't let a group of motorcyclists have you ride above your level of riding. Actually, I think I know that guy in that truck. Such a small area I live in. Alright, let's see if we can get around here. Yeah. Nothing like a V-twin. Well, anyway, the Ducati I was talking about, it's actually, I think it's called a Sport Classic, actually, and that's the one with the clip-ons. And if you ever watched the movie Tron, the new one, not the one from the 80s, even though it's a good classic Disney movie, the new Tron, in the first couple of scenes, and even I think throughout the movie, or at the end, they have a black one, and you can really see. I mean, it's a classic-looking bike, classic-looking cafe racer. Hey, goats. And you can. I don't know if you can. You probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but you can see the moon. Yeah, it's a classic-looking sport bike. I mean, a motorcycle. And like I said, I mean, you have two motorcycles. You know, go out to the garage, you know, or wherever you keep them. You're like, oh man, which one do I take today? And you end up like having a redhead. Excuse me for the redheaded stepchild joke, but you know, redheaded stepchild. You know, he kind of gets ignored. Not that there's anything wrong with people with red hair. So you go out to the garage and, you know, one becomes your favorite, and then the other one just sits in the corner collecting dust. don't know. I get a couple of motorcycle magazines in the mail, and whenever it comes out, I see a new bike in it, and I'm always like, oh, I want that, you know. And whoa, hey, gotta make sure you got the right gear there. Almost an unintentional wheelie. Yeah, I'm trying to ride. See what happens when you ride gentle? You make mistakes. That's how I look at it. When I'm riding with, passion, I guess you want to call it, I'm a little bit more concentrating. Yeah, I mean, I have more concentration, I guess. And I'm more focused. When I'm like riding, I really, you lose a little focus, I think. I got somebody behind me here. There's must be some sort of like wild onions around here. I can smell them. It's a little bit more brisk in the shade. Now, as you're getting closer to the fall months, at this time and a little bit later, you got to watch out for deer, because they, I believe they are in mating, or in heat. Those are in heat or something, and so all the males and the females get a little extra nutty, and they dart out in the road. I got some sort of minivan behind me. Yeah, I do like watching some of the funny videos on YouTube. I watched a couple the other day that were really hilarious about people loading motorcycles onto the back of pickup trucks. And man, loading a motorcycle onto the back of a pickup truck by yourself, I mean, it can be done. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna drop your bike, maybe even hurt yourself, drop it on you, you know. Some of them are hilarious. There's one guy, he thinks he can get it up better if he runs with it. And he totally goes right off the ramp and hits the side of the truck and cracks his plastic on it. And another guy decides he's gonna ride it up. And, hits the throttle too much, and I don't know what happened. He rockets into the back of the bed of the truck. I have a pickup truck now, and I don't know. And it's kind of high up. I'd rather trailer it. I'd rather go get a trailer, borrow a trailer, or something along those lines. Yeah, I'd rather put another dog. Hello. Rather put my motorcycle on a trailer, and but if you had to put it on the back of a pickup truck, I would think you'd really want to use two people. I've seen this thing out there. It's kind of neat. It's like it lowers down, and you can put your motorcycle on it, and it picks your bike up and puts it into the back of your truck for you. It's kind of cool. All right, now I'm just rambling on. All right, well, I'm home. Oh. Look at this messy garage, man. Anybody want some rims?